Look, if you had one shot.
My name is Carr. I'm 19. I go to Drake University, and we are Division One AA.
Okay, first question. How do you balance the social life being a college athlete?
The big thing is a lot of our time's taken up with meetings of practice and working out. So I write down my schedule a lot, figure out when I have free time, and that's when I get most of my work done.
Okay. How are the demands in college different from being in high school?
It just feels like in college we do everything in one day. So like we start off with a workout, then we have our school meetings twice a day, which are both like an hour, and then a 2.5 hour practice.
What do you feel is your biggest challenge in being a college athlete?
I think just finding time. Finding time's the toughest part, especially trying to meet others besides football is tough too.
What are 1 to 2 things that makes you different from your classmates who have tailed off in their athletic participation and abilities?
I don't know if there's much difference, but I think just time management might be different. They definitely get to have a little bit more free time, which is nice looking back. But it's cool that we took our different routes and we're still close. But I think this is screwed up. I'm just going.
Okay, what is it like adjusting to an entire new team?
It's definitely tough after you've been with the same group of guys for a while, but you gotta be a little bit open, a little bit vulnerable. Be able to talk about just things, mutual things you guys have in common, and then that way you can build stuff back up. Have a good foundation with the guys. It's definitely a two-way street with respect. So as long as you have that, it's usually not too bad at all.
Okay, how much time per week is required for you to be at practice?
So practice is Monday through Thursday, typically 2.5 hours. We'll have an hour before with our position for a meeting, and then afterwards we'll meet as a team for about an hour.
How do you keep up with your schoolwork?
The key is getting ahead. I definitely review notes beforehand, so coming into class I could have questions. As soon as you fall behind, especially in sports, it's hard catching up with time, because even if you are ahead, you're still in the library till about 11 o'clock every night, just studying and making sure you're always on top of things. Talk to Lake about that one.
Okay. How are the coaches at Drake? Do you feel like they're a lot more harder on you than Coach Z was?
I think they're tough on you because they want you to be your best, but I think they understand college. They want you to be the best, but also for you to become a good young man and improve society.
There you go. Do you feel like you peaked in high school?
Do I feel like I peaked in high school? No, I do not think I peaked in high school. I want to be in the NFL.
Yes, you did.
No,
My name's Ben Christensen. I'm 18 years old. I go to the University of Chicago, Division III.
Okay. How do you balance the social life being a college athlete?
Well, during the season, you really don't, especially like when you're traveling because you're gone all weekend. Naps are very important in college, so that takes away from your social life as well. If you choose to, you can not sleep that much and have a social life, but that's the main way to balance one if you want to have one, is to just go on little sleep.
Okay, how do the demands in college differ from high school?
Well, Division III, there are less demands. It's more on your own. Like the off season is more of like it's up to you to get yourself in whatever shape you want to be and all things of that nature. In high school, a lot of it's like mandatory and regulated where you have to go. The demands during the season, I think they're pretty similar. Actually, you'll have practice for in D3 you'll probably have more meetings, a little more practice, just another hour or two during the week. But it's not that much different from high school.
What is your biggest challenge in being a college athlete?
The biggest challenge is adjusting to playing against guys that are like 4 years older than you. This year I was going against like guys that are like 21, 22 years old, and I'm just 18. Typically in high school, like you were playing guys that are either your age, a year older, a year below. So when you go to college, it's a lot weird going against guys that are just 4 years ahead of you, strength-wise, intelligence, and speed-wise.
Okay, what are 1 to 2 things that make you different from your classmates who have tailed off in their athletic participation and abilities?
Well, you can tell that when I've seen them, especially over break, some of them gained some pounds. They aren't looking as slim like I am. They're just physical look in general is falling off. And yeah, that's the big difference.
How much time per week is required for you to practice?
How much time? We practice 5 days a week, about 3 hours a day, depending on which day it is. So it probably comes up to around 12 to 15 hours a week.
How do you keep up with your schoolwork?
When the class starts, they give you a syllabus and a calendar, and it's really important to look ahead on the dates. And whenever you have free time, it's nice to get ahead in class, get homework done that's due later on in the week, so you can have more free time during the week to spend on either maybe sleep, maybe study for a test, things of that nature.
Okay, what is it like adjusting to an entire new team?
It's definitely new because when you play sports in high school, it's with guys that live around you, guys you've grown up with. And when you go to college, it's guys across the country. You got guys from New York, California, Texas, Florida, all different types of regions across the country. And it's kind of cool. You get to learn about a lot of new people and places.
How are your coaches? Do you feel like they're a lot harder on you than Coach D ever was?
As a freshman, they aren't too hard on me because they understand I'm still learning. For the most part, the coaches are pretty understanding, pretty good at coaching. And then you also have some crazy coaches that pick fights with the parents at the end of the season and say they're going to kill him. He got fired. Yeah.
Do you feel like you peaked in high school?
For sure. In high school, I never had to do any work. Just kind of coasted. It was pretty fun. Now I actually have to try pretty hard in school, and it's not as easy. High school, it doesn't get better than that.
How do you balance a social life?
It's kind of hard just because after school every day you've got 3 hours of practice. So during the school week you can't really hang out with people a ton. But normally on Saturdays after film and everything we'd go to get breakfast and go hang out with the guys. And then we played poker on Saturday nights, or you just try to find ways to still have a life.
How much time do you put in football each week?
I calculated it, my calculator, and I figured out it was about 26 hours a week. There's about 2.5 or 3 hour practices Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday there's about a 4 hour one with a run, lift, and film, and then the game's 3 hours, and then what people don't see is you just on your phone or on your laptop watching film or in HP lifting or whatever, so that it all is kind of tough. You sometimes
yeah. Hey, yeah.